Good Monday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I am the host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson. Let's talk about the weather for your Monday. So, looking at the radar right now, we do have some storms just off the coast of South Carolina and North Carolina, with some showers just near the South Carolina and Georgia coast as well. Or, I should say, state line, not coast. Here's the MRMS. Let's talk about the entire United States. Move over to the winter weather radar, and we move our way up. You can see that we have like this huge line of moisture that's going through this portion of pretty much most of the Atlantic right now. We do have some rain as well just over here near Halifax, Canada. Flood watch is still in effect for mainly most of us inside of the low country of South Carolina. We also do have some rain down there in kind of near like the Keys or Miami. Also some rain over here inside of the central plains and up here inside of the Rockies and the northern central United States. And that's pretty much all that's happening around the country. Now let's look at the cloud cover. So cloud cover right now, we do have like some kind of scattered slash widespread cloud cover, mainly from Augusta all the way to Myrtle Beach. We do have a little like area near like Charleston and all the way west. Yeah, it's not really seeing too much cloud cover right now, but it will definitely build there eventually. Here's our cloud cover total percentage for the future. Push this forward, you can see that the cloud cover will start to build back up, especially near the low country of South Carolina and even the PD region as well. Here's like late tonight. You can see that the cloud cover really starts to build at that point. And then here's what tomorrow morning probably will look like. Some more clear skies again over there inside of the northern portion of South Carolina, with some scattered clear skies in the low country of South Carolina tomorrow morning. Here is our current temperatures: 86 in Columbia, 84 in Orangeburg, 86 in Charleston, 84 in Savannah, 77 in Myrtle Beach, 84 in Rock Hill, in Greenville, as well as 86 in Anderson and Augusta. Here's our high temperatures for today: around 88 in Columbia, 90 in Aiken, 89 in Hilton Head Island, 87 in Charleston, 83 in Myrtle Beach, and then 87 up there for like Rock Hill, Spartanburg. Here's our peak sustained winds. Peak sustained winds are going to be pretty calm, around 12 in Columbia, 13 in Sumter, 12 Florence, 13 Dillon, 12 Greenville, 10 Spartanburg, 12 Rock Hill, 7 Charleston, 9 Hilton Head Island, 12 Myrtle Beach. So it's going to be really the upstate that gets most of the action for the wind portion. And in terms of gust as well, same thing. Gust up in the 20s for some people up there inside of the Midlands and the upstate, while the low country at the PD region gets only around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, some isolated spots here like Myrtle Beach could get to around 17. Here is the forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours. You see here that we have Charleston can get 2 to 3 inches just to the north of Charleston, near like North Charleston, Hanahan. Can get around 3 to 4 inches. Georgetown 1 to 1.5 inches. Hilton Head Island 2 to 3 inches. And then pretty much everyone else around it can get around just a little bit less. So it shuts off as you get to kind of like Columbia, Aiken, somewhere around there. So this is for the next 24 hours. Look at your location, like a tenth of an inch in Aiken, quarter of an inch for Barnwell, Orangeburg, and Kingstree, inch for Myrtle Beach. All of these are just estimates. Here's our SPC outlook. We do have a marginal risk of severe weather, and I believe it's only a wind threat. Wind is the only threat that we have with this, so you gotta watch out for some damaging winds with the storms as they move by. And then here's the excessive rainfall outlook. You can see this is why we're under that flood watch for mainly the low country of South Carolina, just because of the moderate risk of excessive rainfall. You see the red right there, that's a 40% chance of seeing flash flooding. That is pretty rare, especially for us. The only time that we usually see moderate risk is usually when we see, I think usually when we see, I think it's hurricanes. Okay, I don't know why the word slipped my mind, but hurricane is usually the only time we see moderate risk of excessive rainfall. So, um, I'm not gonna say this is not gonna be like a hurricane, but definitely some showers that could be lingering over some areas for a long time, which is why we have that moderate risk. So let's check out the models now and see what they have to show. Here's the HRRR, and we're gonna go to just do the 12Z composite reflectivity and push it back. Here we go, right here, push this forward. We're really going to be watching down here for low country of South Carolina. But I mean, you can see that we will have some thunderstorms around the PD region around 1 to 2 o'clock, maybe even 3 4 o'clock. And then there goes some severe storms that may try to put some isolated severe storms that try to push in around 5 o'clock. And you can start to see that the storm really does try to move through there. And then there goes like some more showers around 1 to 2 a.m. that kind of just sit there and kind of sit inside the same places over and over and over again. So the rain starts really around like 2 o'clock, and then more storms after storms after storms, and that's why mainly this region right here will get the most of the excessive rainfall today. And if we continue and push it forward, here's like tomorrow at 1 p.m. In terms of rain, rain totals can be pretty high. Like near Edisto Beach, around 6 inches. Downtown Charleston, around an inch or two. Monk's Corner, just to the east, around 3 inches. Up here at North Myrtle Beach, around 4 inches. Near Conway, around a good 1 inch, maybe. And so it's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out. It can either like flood a lot, or it might not flood at all. And also with those storms as well, you got to watch out for those as well. Here's our tropical storm, tropical weather outlook, and you can see that we have Burrow here. Burrow is literally probably about to hit the Windward Islands and the Windward Islands and the Lesser Antilles like right now, pretty much. The next couple of hours. I'm not gonna read all of this because it does not really include us that much. But I'm definitely gonna have to watch out for some very dangerous conditions for like the Windward Islands for this morning. Also, catastrophic hurricane force winds and life-threatening storm surge, heavy rainfall, and it's going to continue to move over. So that's Burrow. Burrow still really does not have a chance. I mean, unless something really, really odd happened, I don't think Burrow has a chance to come up towards us at all. So I think we should just not really even have to focus on Burrow. Now let's talk about Chris, because Chris is also over here as well. Go over here. Here's tropical depression Chris. Now tropical storm Chris was a tropical storm for like actually like a couple of hours, but then once it made landfall, it completely just deteriorated. So heavy rainfall will result in areas of flooding across portions of eastern Mexico this morning, with mudslides possible in areas of higher terrain. And then tropical storm force winds are expected for the next few hours in tropical storm warning areas in Mexico. So still some tropical storm force conditions are possible, but right now it's a tropical depression. And then here's our disturbance one right here, which look at it. It has actually deteriorated a little bit, which is very interesting. The models was saying like a 70% chance for the next 7 days. Now it's only a 60% chance. So it could for sure. It's getting less likely. So we'll continue to monitor that. But it just says shower and thunderstorm continuing association with an area of low pressure located over 1,000 miles east-southeast of the Windward Islands. Environmental conditions appear marginally conducive for additional development of the system, and a tropical depression could form on the middle of this week, while it moves generally westward at 15 to 20 miles an hour across the central and western tropical Atlantic. So, and some of the models for those pretty much have them to where This thing is kind of going kind of in the same direction that we've been seeing with like Burrow and all that kind of stuff. Kind of going up through the islands. Wait, you can't see it. Hold on. All right. But here you see it kind of goes up, kind of close to like Cuba to where like we've been seeing it. Here's the GFS ensembles as well. See that it kind of moves its way up, and that's pretty much that. And here's some like the very long-term models have it. One of the models actually having it kind of curving up and going towards, kind of going toward like Florida, over towards South Carolina, something like that. We'll continue to monitor that though, and that's all that I have. So I don't think there's anything else to it. If you're inside the flood-prone area today in the low country of South Carolina, please watch for some flooding. And that's pretty much all. So I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your Monday. And I'll be back tonight, hopefully not as Boston.